Hi and welcome to this month's yoga practice. And this month we're going to be doing a short sequence using a combination of practices from both Yin and Kundalini yoga to boost our energy levels. So let's get started, and we're going to start off with the spinal rotation. This helps to clear blocks, balancing our lower chakras, the solar plexus, the sacral and the root chakra. It also just helps to balance our mind, body and soul. So let's begin. Rolling to the front, breathing nice and smoothly. And back in the other direction. So this is a good sequence to do in the morning when you're getting up, or through the day if you notice your energy levels slumping. Just help to boost your energy levels. And then we're going to come back to a spinal flex. So opening up through the front of the body, looking up as you breathe in. Breathing out, curling the chin to the chest, stretching from the crown of the head to the sitting bone. Breathing in, looking up, stretching through the front of the body. Breathing out, curling the chin to the chest. Breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, sucking the belly to the spine, stretching from the crown of the head to the sitting bone. Last time, breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, sucking the belly to the spine, turning inwards, chin to chest. Coming back, sitting upright, placing your fingertips on your shoulders. And this is a Kundalini practice, so as we breathe in, we're going to turn to the left. As we breathe out, we turn to the right. It's quite quick. This is how it goes. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to centre. Just opening your eyes, or you can keep the eyes closed to maintain that energy. But you'll feel the energy fizzing through your spine. So that's basically Kundalini yoga is all about awakening the energy through the spine, through the chakras. And you'll feel that energy rising up after doing that practice. So we're going to start off by balancing the root chakra, and using deer pose to do that. So this just helps us, once we feel balanced and grounded, this can then start to boost the energy. So we're going to place the left knee directly in front of the left hip, with that lower leg parallel with the front of the mat. Then we're going to take the right knee 90 degrees to the hip, parallel with the hip, and then the leg is 90 degrees. So it looks like a 3/4 S. And then you're going to take the right hand to the left knee, the left hand to the left buttock, lifting up through the sternum, twisting through the torso, grounding down through both sitting bones. So Yin yoga is a much slower pace. We tend to hold the poses for 90 seconds, 2 minutes in a beginner's class, up to 5 minutes, even longer in a more advanced class. And the practice is to hold the pose in stillness, probably at around a 4 out of 10, basically at your limit. And then as you hold the pose, you start to notice the fascia, which is a web of material that lies under your skin, tendons and the ligaments opening up. You can stay here if you wish. If you want to get more out of the pose, you simply come down, resting your head on the floor, or you can use a block under your head. I'll show you how to do that when I do the other side. Or you can rest your head on a cushion.
DVD box set, a decent sized hardback book. You don't have to have fancy equipment. Just while you're on the floor, gently melting into the pose, say inside your head, I am enough. I am enough. Two more smooth breaths here. And gently transitioning out of it and coming and swapping it over to the other side. So taking the right knee in front of the hip, lower leg parallel with the front of the mat. Take your left knee directly parallel to the hip, lower leg 90 degrees. Bring the left hand to the right knee, the right hand to the left buttock as you lift up through the sternum, breathing in, twisting through the torso. So this pose is grounding down and balancing the hips, helping to balance the root chakra, which is right at the base of the spine. The twist also aids digestion and increases the mobility and flexibility in the spine. And one of the best things that we can do to slow down the aging process is to keep that mobility and flexibility in the spine. So that's why that spinal twist we did, which ignited the energy so beautifully, is such a good practice. And then gently coming down onto the floor. Forehead on the floor, close down the eyes. Of course you don't have to do this if you don't want to. And let me just show you what we can do with the block. If you're struggling to get your head onto the floor, using a block or a book or any kind of prop, you just rest your forehead on the floor, and you can do it whatever height you need to do that at. Okay? Always working within your body. Limitations, honouring your body. Keep breathing nice and smoothly. So with yin, it's a very beautiful meditative type practice, turning inwards. Just reminding yourself, I am enough. I am enough. Two more nice, smooth breaths. And gently transitioning out of it and coming to rest on your side. So we're going to do side seal. Side bends are great for energizing, also great for increasing the mobility in your spine. So lying on your side, on your elbow, stacking the hips above one another, the knees, the feet above one another, and if staying on your elbow gives you enough of a stretch, remembering we're not collapsing into it, but we are lifting out of it, then you can stay on the elbow. You can use a block underneath your elbow, that makes it slightly easier. Or you can extend your arm straight to get the side seal. The fingertips on the hand above are just helping you with your balance. Breathing nice and smoothly. Coming back to the breath. So yin is a beautiful practice. Just slowing everything down. Helps to open up the tissues deep inside the body, but it's great for balancing the mind, calming the mind. Helps to balance the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system, which is so important if we are leading very stressful lives, which many of us do. It's really, really important to take some time to get out of that fight or flight mode, the sympathetic nervous system, and activate the rest and digest system. Bring the body back into alignment. Taking 2 more nice, smooth breaths. Coming to rest on the elbow. We're going to take the front leg as far forward as we can. And we're going to bend the bottom leg, and you just take hold of the back foot if you can. If you can't, you can always use a tie or a scarf or a yoga mat wrapped around your foot. This is called cat pulling its tail. So we've got a nice stretch through the quad of the lower leg, through the hamstring of the upper leg. Now you can stay here if you wish. Don't push yourself. We're working in yin at about a 4 out of 10, because as you hold the pose it starts to intensify slightly. However, if you want to come down a bit deeper, you slide down onto your side, take hold of your big foot with your hand, with the bottom hand, the back foot with your top hand, and then you come to rest on your back. You get the twist as well. This is a really lovely pose for energizing. Keep breathing nice and smoothly. Coming back to the breath, you may notice you find yourself distracted by thoughts, interrupted by thoughts. As soon as you become aware of this, just gently bring your awareness back to your breath. And this just stops us from getting stuck down the rabbit hole in the train of thought. Just becoming more consciously aware of our thoughts. Because of course our thoughts are energy too. Two more smooth breaths here. And gently releasing the feet. If you're on your back, gently come back up onto your elbow. And we're going to swizzle round and do it all to the other side. So lying on your side, with your hips stacked, your knees stacked, your feet stacked, top arm helping you balance, starting on your elbow or with a block underneath your elbow if you prefer, or you can straighten the hand, the arm, using the top arm to help balance you. Just watch that these shoulders don't creep up by the ears, really open up, creating space between the shoulders and the ears. We're not collapsing into it either, we're really lifting and engaging the side. This helps to improve the flexibility in our spine, as I've already said. It's also great for boosting energy levels. Keep breathing smoothly. Of course, it's important to notice that
when we're living in stress, we're drawing from our energetic field, so the electromagnetic field that surrounds our body. When we're highly stressed and in survival mode, we're tending to draw from this field. So by doing activities like yoga and meditation, where we activate the parasympathetic nervous system, we start to come out of survival mode. And instead of drawing from the electromagnetic field, start to boost the electromagnetic field. So all tied up with energy, guys. Two more smooth breaths here. And then coming back down onto the side, taking the top leg in front, bending the bottom leg and take hold of that foot with the top arm. Staying on your side if you wish. Keep breathing smoothly. Of course, if you want to take it deeper, you just gently lower down onto your side. Take hold of the big toe with the top hand, the big toe of the bottom foot with your back, your other hand, and then resting on your back. You can close down the eyes, turning inwards, following the breath all the way in and all the way out. Just calming back to the breath whenever you notice that you've been distracted by thoughts. And you may just start to notice the body opening up a little bit. Try and release and let go. And then gently releasing the feet and coming to rest on your back. Taking the legs onto the floor, taking the arms overhead. Just take hold of your left wrist with your right hand and gently take the hands down to the right hand side. Take the feet over to the right side of the mat so that you are in a banana shape. This is called banana pose. If you want to take it a little deeper, you can cross the left foot over the right. Closing down the eyes, coming back to the breath. This is our final pose before Shavasana. And then coming back to centre, take it over to the other side, take hold of the right wrist with the left hand, bring the hands down to the left hand side, walk the feet over to the left hand side of the mat, and if that's enough for you, just stay there. But if you wish, you can take the right foot, crossing it over the left, getting a nice stretch all the way down the side of the body.
nice and smoothly. And then gently coming back to centre, releasing the hands and the feet. Take hold of a blanket. It's always so much nicer to relax when you're nice and warm and cosy. So grabbing a blanket, getting nice and comfortable. Taking the hands to rest either side of the hips, palms facing up. Close down your eyes. And allow your breathing to return to normal. Softening the crown of your head. Releasing your forehead. Softening the space between your eyes and around your eyes. Relaxing your mouth, tongue and jaw. Softening your throat and neck. Releasing your shoulders. Relaxing your arms and hands. Softening all the way down the front of your torso and all the way down your spine. Relaxing your hips, pelvis and buttocks. Releasing all the way down the front of your legs and all the way down the back of your legs. Relaxing the top of your feet, soles of your feet and your toes. And of course, as always, you can pause the video if you'd like to spend longer in Shavasana. But if you're ready to transition into your day, bring your awareness back to the room, to your breath. Bending your arms and your legs, bring the soles of your feet together and your palms, gently rubbing your hands and feet, igniting and reigniting the nerve endings, the tens of thousands of nerve endings in your feet and your hands. Gently rotating both the feet and the hands in one direction and back in the other. Extending the left leg into the floor. Hug the right leg with your left hand into your chest as you breathe in. As you breathe out, take the leg down to the left hand side. Breathe in, bring the knee back to the chest. Breathe out, extend the leg into the floor. Hugging the other knee into your chest with your right hand as you breathe in. As you breathe out, take that knee down to the left hand side. Breathing in, bringing the knee back to centre. Breathe out, extending the leg into the floor. Bending both legs and hugging your knees into your chest. Now you're going to roll up and down the spine, from the base of your spine right the way up to your head. I'm going to do it 3 or 4 times until we come into a nice, comfortable, seated position. Bringing the hands to heart center. Love to all, life to all, light to all, peace to all. Namaste.